Hey, how are ya? Welcome to Mob Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. Get myself semi appropriately attired for this august occasion. I am going to an opening of a fish store today, a local fish store. It's right across the border in Galena, Texas. Not Galena, Texas, Galena, Kansas. And it's about 15 minutes from where I live. Actually, it's less than that. So I can't wait. Logan, Ambist Aquatics. John Oliver. First in was Anthony's Fishy Friends. Thank you guys so much. Great having you here. As you arrive, please say hi. Give us all a like. So I'm going. I am going to go visit the store. They opened this morning at 9. I'll be there. I'll leave here about a half hour after we're done. And I'm in the Central Time Zone. So I'm going to go and bring them some guppies. I have some more adult guppies that if someone ordered from me, I wouldn't sell to them. So there you go. Yeah, it's yep, check it out. So I'm going to probably bring them about 20 guppies. And so there you go. Hey, excellent. Excellent, John. We'll say hi to Michael for me. He's one of the great people. So Michael Hollingsworth is sort of paring down a little bit. Big member of the Northwest Arkansas Aquarium Society. Smart guy, good guy. So it's Wednesday, 2 weeks since I had, that's my dryer finishing up. I did some pants and shorts and a shirt just to keep you up to date with the mundane. Mike, how are you? So it's Bolo's right here. Mike, Bolo's right here. Yeah, Mike is a real good guy. So I have coming up today, so I'm going to go out to this. I'm going to bring them some guppies and thank them for opening. I'm not going to accept anything. Well, if they offer me like Daphne or something, frozen Daphne, I may take that for it. But I'm going to bring them. It's mainly, I'm not there to, to sell them anything. Obviously, I'd like them to buy fish from me, as I have extra stuff. My main thing is I'm there to be an ambassador for the fish fam and to encourage them. And I will record a video. I'll do sort of a walk through the store and have that up on the Facebook page or on, the Mob Guppy Facebook page, but also up on FishTube later on today. So I created a storm, a controversy on John Oliver, your group, the All About Guppies thing. And by the way, I think I'm totally right. Is that people become way too concerned about cycling a new aquarium. There's a couple of things with this. Number one, if you load an aquarium the way I load an aquarium, you really don't need to cycle it, quote unquote, in the official way. I put age treated water in the aquarium. I put in my sponge filter, the heater. I let it run for a day or two. Once it hits, it seems to be consistent at 78. I only put in, when I set up a new tank, 10-gallon, I put in a male and 2 or 3 females. That's it. You don't need to worry. And I don't check my levels over and over and over again. Some people do, and I'll tell you why I don't. Is that I've learned if you're taking care of the fish aquarium properly, the only time that you have to check the water is if all of a sudden, okay, there seems to be something wrong with this tank. Let me see what's going on. Oh, I'm a little out of whack. Do a bigger water change. Sometimes I've had a sick aquarium. Have you guys had a sick aquarium where all of a sudden you're doing everything that's right with that aquarium, but for whatever reason, you're losing fish. You've treated it, you've done all that sort of stuff. Here's what I have done, and it's a miracle. I throw out I toss the sponge filter. I put in a brand new sponge filter. I do a big water change. Voila. Usually it changes around pretty quick. So that's what I do. Now, I'm not criticizing people who do it differently. I'm just saying I have total success doing that. Doug Gray, the man who restores ancient Egyptian pyramids in his spare time. Peter Thiel. Alishan, you had schmutz from an existing tank, have not checked water parameters in decades. Yep. Yeah, that's the deal. Again, it's but I set up my aquariums. I'm setting up new tanks with breeders, etc. It's a male, two females. They're usually fairly young. It's let them go. Jets, Jets. They get a new quarterback. The Jets get a new quarterback again on Thursday. So that's kind of exciting. Fanoski Tanks, how are you doing? Yeah, so my opinion is just real straight, is that treat the water, good chlorine treatment. I age mine to where it gets to room temperature. Usually it's in there for a minimum. I've gone as early as 24 to 36 hours, but generally it's 48 hours or more. Yeah, they're drafting the Mormon Mahomes. Let's hope he turns out to be more Mahomes than, and again, not criticizing the Mormons. God love the Mormons. My brother works he sells lighting for a shop in California. And he has a bunch of Mormon folks he works with. And they haven't done this for a year. They just returned to work to the office. For over a year, they were out of the office. They returned last week. So he says when they do a potluck, he goes, the Mormons, they bring Mormon funeral potatoes. My brother goes, you'll want to convert. He goes, they're unbelievable. Absolutely the best potatoes he's ever had. So maybe the Mormon Mahomes can send out a bunch of Mormons to make those funeral potatoes and bring it out to the crowd. It'd be great, and maybe they could sell that, as an eating choice at Jets games. When I was in New York, or I lived in New York, the company I worked for, we ended up having a pretty good. Hey, Vinay, Color Guppies in the house. We ended up. The company I worked for ended up being fairly close set up with a former great Mark Gastineau. Yes, Zach's Taters. Exactly, Zach's Taters. And Mark Gastineau was in the office all the time. And what a great guy that guy is. So it's all good. So it's a little Bolo is here. He's good. And so how we can support our new, if you have a new LFS in your area and you have, there's certain fish I wouldn't bring them. I wouldn't bring them shrimp. I wouldn't do that. But I can gift them a few guppies and life would be good. Alishan's idols are Mark Sanchez, a.k.a. the butt fumble guy, and Richie Kotite, the greatest coach in the history of the NFL. Rich Kotite, I think, is still alive. I don't know why somebody doesn't hire him. Richie Kotite, my goodness. He gave the best news conferences. They were sort of rambling, incoherent. Yeah, it's wonderful. Adam Gase, terrible. Terrible coach. It's the Jets. I don't know what the problem is. They have had a variety of owners. They've always made huge errors. I don't know if it's just the Jets curse. I don't know what it is, but we'll go from there. It could be worse. You guys could be Vikings fans. I'm a Vikings fan. I love my Purple People Eaters. I love them a lot. But talk about a team that can screw it up. Yeah, I think Zach Wilson's the guy, Vinay, Color Guppies. Absolutely. I think that's who our Jets are gonna take. Crystal, how are you? The Jets' problem is the New Jersey water they play in. Then again, the Eagles suck too. So there you go. Yeah, the Eagles are not gonna be good for a few years. It's not gonna be good at all. Can you imagine the craziness that goes on? Oh, Gastineau now has dementia. I didn't know that. Couldn't have been a nicer guy. Just a sweetheart of a human being. Try being a Washington fan. Well, you had a good run there, Vinay, for a long time. There was like a decade where the Washington football team was pretty doggone good. Yeah, so I'm driving, Crystal, and Mike. I'm driving to Galena, Kansas. Galena, Kansas. And I'm going to be visiting a new LFS. I'm going to put some guppies in some Tupperware style stuff that I use just for fish things. So I'm going to go over there, help them, and become their new friend. Kansas is in the USA. It's actually, Doug Gray, the center of Estados Unidos. But is it really center of it as a center of the lower 48? I wonder if you throw in Alaska and Hawaii, what is the center of the U.S.? Do you think it's like Reno, Nevada? Or maybe it's like Lake Tahoe, California? Because it's a pretty good distance. Actually, maybe in the middle of the ocean. I don't know. We have to figure out. Maybe the center of the United States would be somewhere in Canada. So let me just let me do a Google thing. Okay, how many miles is Hawaii from California? Yeah, 2,467 miles. So how many miles is Portland, Maine from 3,000? You know what? I have a feeling my guess may be Salt Lake City, Utah. But we're not throwing in Alaska in on that. So again, it's just it sounds like a math thing. I saw him come out of a restaurant once with Brigitte Nielsen. She used one tall drink of water. Yep. It's So Doug, where are you from? Crystal wants to know because she wants to bust on the city you're from. And by the way, Crystal, feel free to do so once he tells you. Because you can tease him over it. So yeah, so I'll do the center of the thing. I'm not necessarily really a good mathematician or a map person, but maybe I can come up with it. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Renee, It's great having you here. It's great seeing you. No problem. I get it. Lurking is fine. It's stopping by just for a moment. I know you guys are busy. I'm just happy to have you around and have you stop by and visit. Give it a big old like before you hit the road. So yeah, so the new LFS is opening up. I have no idea what to expect. So I'm going to zip over there with the fish, with the camera. I'll make a little video about it so you can see them, and just go from there. And hopefully we can help this store be very successful. And Galena, Kansas is kind of a in a weird location. Not far from Oklahoma, not far from Missouri. It's almost like it's in like the sort of like it's like a real point. The Princess of Purple. See, Doug Ray's wanting to keep you around, Renee. And and by the way, Renee, if you guys didn't know it, has the best husband in the world. He allowed her to get more aquariums. What a good man. Make sure you document all the broken down Subarus on the road. I will. So I met a gal on a dating site, and so I always arrive a little ahead of time, just sort of scope it out. She pulled up in a Subaru, and I ran out the back door. No joke. It's that's a the breaker for me. I saw a Subaru out of there. It's I'll tell you one of the things that my car is completely paid off, and it's a temptation to have another car payment, but I'm going to drive this thing into the ground. I'm going to be setting up 3 2.5 gallon tanks for some Guppy crosses. It meets your hubby's criteria of fitting on the rack. Well, there you go. And you know what? You know what would make him an even better husband than he already is? Probably the best husband in the world, Renee. Is a second rack of fish. So, don't you guys think that Renee is the best husband in the world? Oh man. So yeah. So however you can support these things. Now, I tend to. Yeah, Doug went and got some Corey's. We'll look forward to hearing what he got. Um, I prefer. Uh, it's I'm as much into a deal as possible, and not going to be able to get away with it right now. I've already got the go ahead for more tanks and a fish room when we eventually get our final house. Excellent, Renee. Good deal. Best husband in the world. It's I'll just keep saying that over and over again. So it's yeah, so I'll be in Kansas. So Mike's in Kansas, Crystal's in Kansas. Anybody else here in Kansas? I'm gonna be in Kansas here before 2 o'clock this afternoon. Okay, get these fish boxed up, take Bolo for a walk, and go from there. Your reptiles are all fed and watered now. Yeah, there's a reptile show coming, I think, at the beginning of June in Springfield. I'm going to go down for that. We'll not have a Saturday show that day, but I'll warn you guys well in advance. What am I drinking? Ozarka. Hey. Weird. Google Mod took my post. It was just the wasted days and wasted nights chorus. Well, that's sad. I love me some Freddie Fender. You went to Little Rock yesterday and got a bunch of Ginger's aquatic stuff. There you go. Went to the LR. Back next week to buy out the rest of the aquariums and everything. Excellent. Yeah, that's what I understand. I love Steve and Ginger are great people, so that's good. That means we need more people in the hobby. Yeah, I'm all about expanding the fish fam and finding new ways to do it. And my main thing, I'll tell you the main reason why I'm bringing these people guppies today, to make sure people who buy guppies maybe for the first time get quality guppies. So there you go. Michael Hollingsworth. Hey, no problem, Michael, but we can meet there again. We'll get together. Yeah, the a brand new LFS in Galena, Kansas. But we'll hook it up next time. How you doing, bro? So Michael Hollingsworth in the house. He always says he's watching. So there you go. Yeah, Guppy's raised in fresh water. It's a winner all the time. So I ticked off a bunch of people, including our buddy Michael in Michael's Fish Room. I ticked off people in the all Guppies thing because I just said cycling's overrated. Cycling's overrated. And they went bonkers on me because most of the, I'll tell you what, most of the videos I've seen on FishTube, and I'm not going to call anybody out on it, most of them I've seen are just gunk. Not true. All sorts of stuff there. And I'm glad that John let me in on the to be a mod on the all Guppies thing. I I can't even tell you, about once a week I let somebody know, yeah, no, salt is not needed for your guppies. Trust me, not needed. Hey, thank you very much, John. Because it's way overplayed. Way overplayed. And believe me, I'm here, I cycle my aquariums, but I don't go nuts with it. Set up the aquarium, go from there. Don't, it's, don't put a lot of fish in there. Put a couple of fish. Be a little patient. Life is good. You'll be fine. Yeah, and Renee, the fishless cycle is it's totally inane. It's you're totally correct. It's insane. I don't think I've ever cycled in a tank on purpose in your life. There you go, David Samsel. How are you doing, my brother? It's been a while. Been a while. Great having you here. So yeah, so the simple thing is, the one thing I just keep saying over and over again, and for whatever reason this is controversial, gang, it shouldn't be. And if you do it differently than me, fine. It's I have found that people do things differently than I do, and it's not the end of the world. But here's how you know, I think this is the secret to my fish keeping. Besides great food, great quality fish, the basics to start off with, is having, I use garbage pails and I age my water that and treat it. That's and let it be at room temperature. So when I do the water change, it's not like a 30-degree difference. Because water out of my tap in the winter, and I'm in Joplin, Missouri is basically Arkansas. This ain't cold. So I know that people who live in colder climes, the water that comes out of their tap much older. Now, Ali Sean and Doug Gray, in the winter, do you guys check the temperature of the water that comes out of the tap, just for grins? Anybody from a northern state, do you check it? Rico Stan, do you check the water temperature coming out of the tap in January, February? For me, filled my 100-gallon tub the other day. The other morning it was frozen over. Yeah, I I've sort of actually procrastination. I you just make it warm. Okay, it's I have a weird paranoia here, and it's totally illogical. Makes absolutely zero sense. I know a lot of people that will do exactly what Rico's doing. They'll add water in. They'll just check. They'll get a feel for it. They'll add a little water to the warm to the cold and go from there. And and I am, for whatever reason, I'm paranoid about that. So I just do that. It's Doug Gray is my paranoias are pretty weird. It's a weird paranoia. Oh, you're on a well? Yeah. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Logan does basically what I do. Um, Summer tubbing, baby. I have been, highly contemplating that. The last couple of weeks at the office have been nuts. I mean, really, really busy. So, and I've been getting myself back into hitting the gym and getting into the routine. And I wasn't eating as well as I was before, as I have in the past. So April 1st was sort of my turnover. I had my first shot. So I figured, okay, I'm going to start going to the gym. I had my second shot. And I started eating well again. The other water, sit for a couple of days in the fish room and add Hikari Element. Never had an Ultimate, and you've never had an issue. There you go. Your tap water comes out 68 degrees, which is my tanks run during the winter. So I just fill up with the tap, closing water conditioner to fill the volume of the tank. There you go. And I know a lot of people who do it that way. So it's my again, my weird paranoia about water. So I went out and I have a couple of next door neighbor cats, and one of them, I think, broke a hummingbird feeder. I have to figure it out. I may be okay. And knocked over. I have one of these platforms. He knocked that down. I guess looking for trying to catch a bird. So I had to tell him to go. His name is Hampton. Belongs next door. For a reason, Hampton loves Bolo. He loves me. If we're outside walking, he will come over to us. Normally, as you know, with cats, they don't do that much. So I think Hampton realized that Bolo was not for eating. Hampton's like, is 3 times Bolo's size. So my weird paranoia is my underwear is sentient now to get me. Yeah, that is a weird paranoia. Ancient Aliens yesterday, they had. I fell asleep in front of the Ancient Aliens last night, so my dreams were just goofier neck. Yeah, it's it's by the way, I read a news article, I don't know, about 6 months ago, saying that we're on our way to 6-month summers. I don't know about you, but I really like that idea. Give me 6-month summers. Just think of how wonderful that would be. Your cat Kevin came to us that way, just walked up to us, rubbed against us, wanted petting, tried to walk in my door past the Rottweiler, German Shepherd, and Basset Hound. Yep. I've had cats come in with Bolo and I over the years. And Bolo hasn't quite figured out. He likes the cats. No problem with the cats. He wants to play with them like they're dogs, and cats don't do that. Going to be the 80s this week. Time to start the tubs. Hey, over winter marginals in the garage, so I'll put them out. There you go. Yeah, I have fish I'm shipping out. Last couple of weeks I didn't ship because it was too cold. Yeah, because we're going and I was out of heat packs. By the way, mail is still moving kind of slow. So I shipped fish on Monday, a week ago Monday. And supposed to be arriving Thursday, didn't get there till Monday. Thank God all the fish were alive. My doctor's diagnosed me with paranoia. He didn't actually say it, but I know what he was thinking. There you go. It's naturally be a little paranoid about some stuff. Sponge filter in the 100-pound tub very soon. Very cool. Ozarka water. I live in the Ozarks, but Ozarka water is from Texas. I don't know why they got the name Ozarka, but they did. 6-month autumns, yep. Tubs still been in the 50s at night. Most days get in the mid-60s. Most day, seriously, getting some platies to put out with the guppies. Yeah, I think you'd have to separate them a little bit, Renee. Otherwise, platies would be eating guppy babies all day long. Used 6 different companies for heat packs this past winter. I will tell you, I ran out of heat packs this last shipment that I went out, and I went to buy more, and there's 3 places I've gotten them completely out. The good news is we're not going to need heat packs until the fall, pretty much now. So, but over the summer I'll have to buy some. Yeah, white clouds. Hey, Rico Stan, that's one of the fish they say to do. Doug, what quarries did you get? Ali Sean and I want to know. I think everybody else here would like to know what kind of quarries you got. Get the green lasers, get the... Yeah, it's a good show, Ozark is. Yep. Love my gold white claws. Not sure they're still alive, but they've been great. Just had another tub raid. They have to do a big water change to try to find them. You got some gold lasers last week. Awesome little guys. Excellent. Sturbies, you also got some gold stripe Corys. Excellent. That's great, Doug. So Bolo just Bolo's been pretty much on my lap all day long. If I didn't go out to the grocery store and to the gym, he would never have left my lap except for wanting to go out and do the walk. You love your Sturbays as well, Mike? Excellent. I don't even know what's... I'm not Captain Corey. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, those are nice. Those are really nice. From the Guppy River between Bolivia and Brazil. There you go. Looks good. Let me see what a gold stripe looks like. I'm like the biggest idiot on Corys. I like them, but Ooh, Peruvian gold striped Corys. Let's see what these look like. Oh yeah, Doug, those are hot. Those are really nice. I can see why you got them. They're gorgeous. Albino paradise fish, great for tubs because you can actually see them. Halle Berry just used to sit on my lap all the time, and so they had to get rid of her. Couldn't get any fish tank work done. Yeah, that's the problem with either Halle Berry or Bolo sitting in your lap. You was doing junk in the fish room last week, and Bolo was cornering me around. Skunk Corys, Panda Corys, Adolphoi, and Equicories. So you see, I don't even. I know what the Panda Corys are, but I'll have to look up the rest of these. The beautiful thing about this hobby, everyone, and Renee is just giving it to us, is that there's always something else you want to do. Stuff that you want to do. And that's, yeah, there's always something that's next. So the little Bolo here, he is the happiest of puppies. Happiest of puppies. You know, it's yeah, an albino fish, yeah, that'd be really good. And there are some of these guppy strains that have that like neon on the top there, like that. That's pretty neat too. You could probably see that in a tub. Really, really nice. Hopefully, the guy knows when to or how to ship Sturbe. They're one of the Corys that release a toxin when disturbed. Ah, someone finally came up with albino dragon guppies. Quite cool. You know, I'll tell you what, Thailand and Indonesia, those guys with their guppies, they're unbelievable. I mean, huge fan of their work. I would love to know because it's like most of these are like a conglomeration of breeders. And as they're developing this in Indonesia, I want to know, do they get together and say, hey, how about, or if someone says, hey, I just got something, they meet, they spread them out, and then they begin to work together on perfecting them. I'm just curious. All right, gang, do you guys know a high light plant for Renee? I'm not Captain Plants. Yeah, water lettuce probably wouldn't be bad. Man, put down the Ozarka. Yeah, it's I'm not, it's I sat and learned a lot about plants from people when you go to meetings. It's just not been my deal. You have a ton of law. There you go, Renee. Reach out to Rico Stan. You'll be all hooked up. I have both of your email addresses. You want me to send an email introducing you both? I can do that because I am Mob Guppy. I'll do that. So give me a second. Let me get to my All right. Let's see here. Renee, meet Rico. Rico, meet Renee. Okay, you guys have an email. You now can speak to each other. A water lettuce BLT. Bob Kaler. Holy capoly. Holy capoly. Now the party can get began. Check out Renee Coletti's Tub Pond Handbook, third revision on Amazon. You can get it for Kindle. There you go. Melvin, what's up? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, it's Ted Coletti is sort of like he has a lot of juice, especially in the Northeast. You all know him. I'm going to with water lettuce, aquarium lilies, water hyacinth, etc. Not sure if all highlighted enough. I need to put a tree in my front yard. That's like on my list to get done. Oh, plants are illegal there. Yeah, California has a lot of stuff. Even though California is not quite the overrun with with species, invasive species like Florida, they still have a real problem with it, especially grasses. A lot of illegal grasses in there. Yeah, I sent Renee a big thing of wonderful duckweed not that long ago. See, what we're here is to make friends, everybody, new friends, and share ideas and do that sort of stuff. I love the idea of using duckweed and homemade fish snail foods. You see, get a duckweed dehydrator and like dehydrate and grind up snails into it. A delicious food for everybody. The duckweed is doing decent outside. I've managed to keep it out of my tanks inside so far. Yep. It's always good to have Melvin here. You're right, Bob Kaler. Where's Chewy of the Great White North? Who stopped being Chewy when Father Fish went off on him? It was kind of crazy. Duckweed jerky is a nice snack. Yep, healthy. And you have Kevin the cat. Well, there was like a group discussion with our buddy with Jess with Maine's Tails Fur and Feathers did, and all of a sudden, Fur and Fins, um, Father Fish started teeing off on poor Chewy. It was crazy. Yeah, no, he went off on Chewy. He called Chewie an idiot at one point. I mean, it was nuts. I listened to it just going, Doug, you saw that, right? It always seems like Father Fish is going off on someone. I have not watched a moment of Father Fish, and I feel like I need to. He seems crankier than me, so must be a pretty good guy. Yes, he has been. I'm not watching as many live feeds as I used to, mainly because of my hours. I get up in the middle of the night to go to work, so it's um, I'll stop in, but I'm usually out by I tap out before 8 o'clock every night. When I think of looking for treasured tropical fish advice from someone, I've never thought of Father Fish, whomever the hell that is. All right. Yeah, no, I get it, Bob Kaler. I get it. Yeah, sleep at 8 p.m. That's an alien characteristic. It certainly is. Yeah, I'm like crazy fun. Tonight I may stay up till 8:30, maybe 9. I have to keep some when you get up at 3:45 in the morning, you have to keep on your schedule. Father Fish is a quote unquote good old boy. Rico Stan, let's be real. There are few places that you are welcome. Don't overdo it. Okay. Yeah, no, it's getting up in the middle of the night, to go to work. That's just all right. Well, Rico, great having you here. Enjoy unpacking groceries. Oh no, you're gonna be right back. Okay, good. I did get some food I shouldn't eat yesterday. I got Pringles, the one with Parmesan and garlic. It's actually pretty good. Pretty good. Most of the flavored Pringles I'm not a fan of. I picked that up and ate about half of them yesterday. I'll eat the rest of them probably today. Yeah, and don't forget your water, lettuce, bacon, and tomato sandwich. That's right. By the way, have any of you guys ordered like this food thing, where they send you the food kit to cook? Have any of you guys done that? Just curious. I've never done it. Should I? It's a one-off thing, and he's not thrilled. Yeah, I get it. Not fun. Yeah, I like going into the grocery store. Yeah, I've never tried it, Bob. I would like to do so. It's I have to redo when I get my tax refund. You've been eating gluten as a treat. Stop tomorrow. Gluten and I don't get along, although it's delicious. There you go. Um, I have to get um the electric fixed in a couple of places. The garage I have to get in, and I'm going to put a freezer in the garage, and I'm going to order like these vegetarian, vegan, pre-prepared meals for when I'm real busy. Yeah, Hello Fresh. You do Hello Fresh. You like it. Takes what you want for dinner. Fight out of the house. You see, there you go. It's like a little project. Keep the spouse focused on something positive. So there you go. Waiting for the Peter said something completely sexist in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's I'm all in, by the way, on trying new things. Got a fridge, a chest freezer, a garage. Yeah, I need to get a chest freezer for the garage and where I can put that type of stuff in it. And so I'm all set up with different things. So I've got to get that set up for the garage. I'm like that with lactose. I enjoy chocolate, cheese, ice cream, but it doesn't agree with me unless you're taking your enzymes. I went through a period there when I had my gallbladder ripped out and where a lot of food was bugging me. But now I'm about all the way back to where I can eat anything I want. Here's what does happen because I don't eat a lot of meat. If I eat a lot of meat around the holidays, I get meat sick, which is not good. Tried plated too. We like Hello Fresh better. Find the pricing very competitive, comparable to buying at the store. There you go. I get migraines and chest flares, pain flares from gluten, so I avoid it except for occasional treat a couple of times a year. There you go. Yeah, it's I'm good with gluten. Gluten's my friend, doesn't bug me. It's yeah, it's just if I eat too much meat. On payday I'll pick up a steak usually and we'll have that and I'm fine. Especially if I go, hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. All right, I'm back. I sneezed. It was pretty good. Did you see the action with my head? It was like I pulled something. Your house shook from that sneeze. Yes. Yeah, Bolo right there, sleeping away. He's doing fine. See, here you go. I'll give you a look at Bolo. So you can see he's doing just fine. Petroman, 1185, Tom's River, New Jersey, in the house. I love Jersey. You know how you can tell someone's from Nebraska when they visit New York? When they go into a Jewish deli and they order a pastrami and they want it on white bread with mayo. Yeah, he's upside down. He's like this. Tom's River, New Jersey has been renamed Alishon's River, New Jersey. I think the one thing over the last year is that you probably don't have a lot of traffic on the New Jersey Turnpike, which is strong. Got to get the Jewish rye. Exactly. The only thing that I like a pastrami on, it's like an onion roll type of thing, is usually pretty good. Or on a hoagie, old school hoagie. It's a little bit of mustard, and quite frankly, if the meat's really good on Jewish rye, I don't want mustard. I want nothing on it. I want the meat and the bread. So there you go. All right, gang, I got to get ready to go do this thing today. Thank you so much. I may stop by tomorrow morning early, but I've got to get ready to get for this thing with get fish ready to go out to my new friends at the new LFS. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for being here, and we will see you soon.